I have many pizzas that need delivering, and you are late, like always. You're the only delivery boy here right now, too, so you must deliver everything. Don't be late.
Don't worry, Mr. Aziz. These pizzas are in good hands.
Welcome back to Spider-Man 2, where, much against my will, I must add, we're going to do a delivery run. Unlike every single other side mission in this entire game, the pizza delivery run commits a major crime, penalizing you for playing the game as you've been playing. If you at any point do a front flip of some sort, you get one strike added against you, which is exactly what Spidey does when he swings. You have to completely change your interaction with the game from a controller level, taking you out of the fun.
I have to rein in the stunts. The pizza's gonna be... Oh, good. Thank you very much. That's it for the pizza. Now to get back and return the bag.
Then, as if to rub it in your face, even if you do 3 flips, you're still forced to drop off the pizza and then return to the store. It's so amazingly unfun, it might as well be called Kaizo Man 2. Because of this, we'll never be seeing these again.
You did all right this time. Maybe I'm not wrong to keep you on, eh? Keep up the good work, and you will have a bright future here.
If you're happy, I'm happy.
But enough of that, let's get on to the good shit.
Hey, Betty. Is Mr. Jameson around?
Pete, he just went in his office and he was fuming that you weren't here. Better go see him.
He was looking for me? Huh. Hi, Mr. Jameson.
What are you doing here? Get down to the sports arena, now!
Huh?
Quentin Beck has publicly challenged Spider-Man to go and prove he's for real. He's broadcasting on TV right now. I want pictures.
At the sports arena. Okay.
I always thought it was weird how they portray Quentin Beck in this game. Up until now, he's world-famous Hollywood movie stuntman, which I always focused on to mean some big dude, which would make sense. Due to the fact he has a name, it means you're going to be fighting him in some capacity. But then you get to the arena, and I forget that it's stuntman and special effects master, so he's all super nerded. But, as you'll soon find out, this all makes complete sense when you meet him. Speaking of, I enjoy showing off these signs. They add a nice touch to make it really feel like this grand celebration event. Well, until you just walk in through the main entrance, which is just weird and awkward.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for the event of the century? Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, the man we've all been waiting for. That most outrageous of conmen, the unscrupulous, the deceitful Spider-Man!
For those of you just joining us, Hollywood effects expert and Spider-Man critic Quentin Beck has issued a public challenge to the web-slinger. Bob, what do you think?
Well, Steve, it's a bold move, no doubt about it. Personally, my money's on Spider-Man.
All right, we'll have to see how it plays out. Here comes Quentin Beck now.
And now, your MC and host for this evening. You know his legendary work from such films as Cyborg Babysitter and Tears of an Alien Bounty Hunter. A man who has worked tirelessly for the entertainment of all mankind. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to introduce that master of film magic and illusion, that expert of the unknown, the one, the only, Quentin Beck!
Thank you for coming, Spider-Man. I knew you couldn't resist.
I don't like people building a career off bad-mouthing me, Beck.
What about that newspaper man, Jameson?
JJ? He just has a knack for hiring good photographers.
Well, Spider-Man, now that you're here, let's get right to it. Your first challenge will be something you're supposedly quite good at. Rounding up criminals.
That's it. All right, whatever.
Oh, there's more to it than that. After you collect each criminal, deposit him in one of the 3 holding pits here. And by the way, you'll only get a point if you use the pit with the green light. I'll be competing against you, and there will be 3 waves of criminals. If I, with no so-called superpowers, collect more criminals than you in the allotted time, then the world will be able to see clearly what a sham you are.
I don't know what happened to make you so delusional, Beck, but bring it on.
Well, it looks like they're getting ready to start. According to the press release, the city's Department of Corrections provided the criminals Beck and Spidey will be collecting.
Right, Steve. And virtually every one of these convicted criminals is someone Spider-Man helped capture, including one celebrity criminal, Herman Schulz, a.k.a. the Shocker.
Well, it should be interesting to see how that affects the results. Oh, it looks like they're starting.
Ready, Spider-Man? Let's begin.
Let go of me, freak!
Even the audience isn't real. Beck is the real phony here.
Hey, you promised no
So this
stuff.
thing is a fucking joke. If you hadn't noticed, sometimes when you fight crooks outside, they have the ability to dodge or resist you webbing them up. You'll notice these because they're usually the fights I got my ass handed to me. However, these jailbirds have no resistance. So all you have to do is get remotely near them, hold Y, then hold X to reel them in.
Gadgets, Spider-Man? I perfected the technology on the movie's sorority death row.
It doesn't matter if you web them and they're halfway down the arena already, you'll still reel them in like you've got fishing wire coming out of your wrist, which is an idea that would really get Spidey nerds pissed. Beck is so damn slow, despite having the ability to wrangle up multiple people at once. I honestly don't know how you can fail this section. The downside, there's about 30 mooks in 3 waves, so for the sake of brevity, we might just cut to where I've won.
Spider-Man has taken an early lead. Clearly, this is one hero who knows what it takes to control a situation.
You're right, Steve, but Beck still has plenty of time. As a wise man once said, it ain't over till it's over.
It's the last batch of inmates, and Spidey has been showing everyone how it's done. Beck is going to have to do some fancy flying if he's going to make a comeback now.
That's all of them. How about it, Beck?
You're very clever, Spider-Man. You obviously have more tricks up your sleeve than I expected. Still, this last challenge will prove who is the better man once and for all.
Is that what this is really about, Beck? Proving that you're better than I am?
I don't have to answer that. You're the one being tested here, not me.
Whoa. Sounds like I hit a nerve.
This is our last challenge, ladies and gentlemen. You've seen how cleverly Spider-Man can maintain his illusion of heroism, but now, all his supposed skills and abilities will be put to the ultimate test in a one-on-one challenge against me. Here are the rules, Spider-Man. I have built an obstacle course. You will start here. All you have to do is reach the end of the course, hitting these switches along the way. I, meanwhile, will be manning an electric cannon. If I see you, you can be sure I'm gonna hit you with the cannon. Don't worry, the cannon is non-lethal. But once I hit you 3 times, the contest is over and I win.
That cannon doesn't sound too great, but if I back out now, I'll never live it down. Let's get this over with.
Well, I don't know about you, Bob, but from where I sit, things don't seem to be going so well for Quentin Beck.
I agree, Steve. He's going to have to do some pretty fancy shooting here if he wants anyone to take his claims seriously.
All right, now that you're in position, let's begin.
You're a sad little man, Beck.
I know you are, but what am I?
I can't believe you just...
This is so damn ludicrous, I keep expecting there to be a final challenge where I have to beat Beck to the top of the radical rock. Like, Where did Beck even get this shit? Did he know a guy who tried to do a gladiators-like show and it fell through?
You're lucky I'm such a good sport, Beck. No intelligent person would put up with these tests.
Did you hear that, folks? Spider-Man admits that he's stupid. You heard him.
I know I shouldn't be questioning my immersion in the middle of a video game based on a movie based on a comic, but that's only because I have tons of free time while I'm waiting on a wall floating in the middle of an arena. These puzzles are designed to be semi-simple, so the timing on them is a joke. That means if you miss it somehow, the reset time to try to get back into position is just horrendous. Spidey might as well be reading a newspaper on the wall.
How does it feel to be hunted?
Nothing like this, for starters.
And the time between puzzles is absurd. Luckily, Spidey and Beck have some fantastic lines that I'm ruining by blabbling over.
Come out wherever you are.
Oh, there, you're rich.
But my favorite bit is if you happen to have the camera on the audience for long enough to realize they're just battling cut-out and positioned sprites. The game cops to it by having Spidey accuse Beck of just faking an audience. It's quite charming.
Why don't you just give up, Spider-Man?
And disappoint all my loyal fans. I couldn't possibly do that.
And I know I'm probably going to get shit on for this, but I went through 2 recordings and multiple tries per recording attempting to figure out the pattern on this puzzle, and I was simply confounded. So I cheated and walked in the run.
A good hit! As you can see, Spider-Man, I can hit you wherever you are. You're going to need to move a lot faster than that, Spider-Man. Come on! You don't want to disappoint your fans, do you?
Made it. And as for you, Beck, stick with the movies. It's obvious reality is way too much for you to handle.
How could he? It isn't fair. He doesn't deserve the spotlight. It just isn't fair. Oh, he can't win. He won't win. That smug bug. Let's see how he likes it when I turn this cannon to maximum power. Oh! What? The laser is overheating? Oh, stupid machine! Work! Work! Come on, work!
Problems with your laser, Beck? I hear there are pills for that now. This was too easy, Beck. I guess I should thank you, though. I really needed some good press for a change. See ya.
No, it's not fair. It's not fair. He shouldn't have won. All the work. The obstacle course. Yes, the obstacle course was good. Oh, the electric cannon. The electric cannon. Why? Why?
Hey, Beck, what was it like competing with Spider-Man? Is there anything that guy can't do?
Beck! Beck, what does this do to your theories about the web slinger? Are you ready to admit you were wrong?
Coming up next, Spidey incurs the sympathy of Jay-Z.
Hopefully that's the last I'll hear from Beck.
Get a job!